Hey everyone, how's it going? Today, we are going to be comparing two different credit cards that offer similar multipliers with similar points earning potentials, but at very different price points. I'm talking about the American Express Gold Card and the Citi Strata Premier Card. Both of these cards are targeted at everyday spending like restaurants and grocery stores, but one of them costs $95 and the other costs $325 a year. But as many of you know, annual fee cost should not be the main factor when deciding whether or not to get a credit card. And these cards are no exception, and we'll talk about why in the second half of this video. So let's take a deep dive into what makes these cards similar and what makes these cards different. And hopefully we can answer the question of which card you should get. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. Hit that subscribe button down below to stay up to date on all future videos. So let's start off by taking a look at the annual fees and welcome offers on these cards. On the American Express Gold Card, we are going to find a steep $325 annual fee. However, this is normal for American Express credit cards. Amex likes to put high annual fees on their credit cards, then offset those annual fees by offering credits and benefits with a monetary value. We will talk all about those credits and benefits later on. The Gold Card also offers a welcome offer of 60,000 membership reward points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months of card ownership. And using an incognito or private browser, it's possible to find 75,000 or even 100,000 point offers. You can check out this video right up here to learn more about that and why that is. Membership reward points are worth 1 cent per point as a base, which means 60,000 membership reward points is equal to $600 at the lowest. However, with any point system, it's possible to redeem our points for a much higher rate. We can do that through transfer partners. Stay tuned for that. Now, over with the Citi Strata Premier Card, we're going to find a much lower $95 annual fee and a current welcome offer of 75,000 thank you points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. Like membership reward points, these points are going to be worth 1 cent per point as a base, which makes this welcome offer worth $750 at the lowest. Now, the welcome offers on these cards are close enough that I would not use the welcome offer to gauge whether or not you should get one of these cards. That is, unless you're looking to just collect the welcome offer, then potentially cancel the card a year or two down the road. However, I think a much larger factor that people look at is the annual fee. $95 is a much more casual annual fee that I think anyone can work into a budget. However, $325 is a real commitment and does require you to actively be using the benefits on the Gold Card. Those benefits do make it worth paying that annual fee, but you have to be willing to actually use them. Now, let's talk about the points multipliers on these cards. These are the main reasons that these two cards have become so popular. Starting with the Gold Card, we are going to earn 4x back on restaurants up to $50,000 a year, 4x back on grocery stores up to $25,000 a year, 3x back on flights booked directly with the airline or through Amex Travel, 2x back on hotels and other eligible travel booked through the American Express travel portal, then 1x back on everything else. The Gold Card is the go-to card for many people with that 4x back on restaurants and groceries. And depending on your spending habits, you could potentially earn a lot of points. My wife and I had the Gold Card for a couple years, and we were pulling in at least 50,000 points just from the multipliers each year. Now, if we move over to the Citi Strata Premier Card, we are going to earn 10x back on hotels and rental cars and other attractions booked through the Citi Travel portal, 3x back on air travel and other hotel purchases, restaurants, supermarkets, gas stations, and EV charging stations. Then 1x back on everything else. It could be easy to look at these cards and say that higher multipliers on groceries and dining is better, or having a slightly lower multiplier of 3x back, but in a lot of categories is better. But there are still other factors to consider, especially if you're concerned about that annual fee on the Gold Card. Speaking of that annual fee, let's talk about some ways we can offset it. As I mentioned earlier, these cards offer credits and benefits to help us offset the annual fee. On the Gold Card, we are going to receive over $500 in value from credits, including a $120 Uber cash credit, which we can use for Uber rides and Uber Eats, an $84 Dunkin' credit, a $100 Resi dining credit, a $120 dining credit for Grubhub, Cheesecake Factory, Goldbelly, Wine.com, and Five Guys, and a $100 property credit, which we can use at hotels booked through the Amex Hotel Collection. The Gold Card is also going to offer a few travel benefits, including access to the previously mentioned Hotel Collection, which is a curated collection of hotels that American Express has partnered with to offer a few additional perks. Those perks include noon check-in, room upgrades when available, late checkout when available, and the $100 property credit. The Gold Card is also going to offer a baggage insurance plan, car rental loss and damage protection, purchase protection, extended warranty, and no foreign transaction fee. Now, in pretty stark contrast, the Strata Premier Card is only going to offer a few benefits. The first one is a $100 hotel credit for hotels that are purchased through the Citi Travel Portal after you spend $500 or more. You'll also receive travel protection as well as no foreign transaction fee. Now, one additional benefit that both of these cards offer is transfer partners. Both of these cards are points earning credit cards, and those points can be used in a number of different ways. Now, generally recognized as the best way to use credit card points is with airline and hotel transfer partners. Both point systems have solid transfer partners, but I do think American Express does have a leg up over Citi, with partners like Delta, Hilton, and Marriott. So now I want to take a look at some real-world examples and talk about how much these cards actually cost you and how many points you could actually earn. Let's start off with those annual fees. As I mentioned earlier, credits are used to help us offset the annual fee. This is known as finding our effective annual fee. We can calculate our effective annual fee by taking our annual fee and subtracting the credits we can use in full. Now, it is really important to only subtract credits that will take the place of existing spending we are already doing. For instance, I don't have a Dunkin' very close to me, and I don't go there that often, which means that credit would not be much help to me because I'm not currently spending any money there. But let's say I can utilize the Uber credit and the dining credit towards my normal spending habits on dining each month. Then that would bring my effective annual fee down to just $85 a year, a much more manageable number. So all of this to say, we have the ability to bring the Gold Card annual fee down to where the Strata Premier Card is, and possibly even lower if you can use all of the credits. Now let's take a look at a sample monthly spending to see which card could earn more points. Let's say that in a given month, you spend $1,000 on groceries and dining, $100 on gas. Let's say that you purchase a plane ticket directly with the airline. Let's say that you book a hotel through the hotel. Then you spend $500 on everything else. This would result in us earning 5,000 points on the Citi Strata Premier Card and 5,400 points on the Amex Gold Card. In this instance, having 4x back on the Gold Card over 3x back in groceries and dining helped earn a little bit more for the Gold Card. However, the Citi Strata Premier earned a few points back with the hotel purchase. So the win could have swung to the Strata Premier Card if you stay at hotels often enough. Now, I think it's worth noting that both of these cards have options for Trifecta Setups, which involves applying for additional credit cards to use in conjunction with this card to earn a few extra points. With the Gold Card, we are able to combine that card with the Amex Platinum Card and the Blue Business Plus. The Platinum Card is a travel credit card and offers quite a few benefits for those who travel often. And the Blue Business Plus is used as the catch-all card in this setup. I have talked about this setup quite a bit, and you can go check out this video right up here to learn more about that. It's a little bit old, but the information is still pretty accurate. Let me know down below if you'd like to see an updated version of that video. Now, the Citi Trifecta consists of the Strata Premier, the Double Cash, and the Custom Cash card. Both the Double Cash and the Custom Cash are no annual fee credit cards, which makes this setup much cheaper than the Amex Trifecta. The Double Cash card offers 2x back on every purchase, and the Custom Cash card offers 5x back on your top spending categories from a given list. The Citi Trifecta has gained some popularity with the revamp of the Strata Premier last year. I do think the Amex setup does beat the Citi setup, but that's based on my spending habits and my travel needs, which means the Citi setup might work better for you. So how do you choose? Well, I would start by asking these questions. Which annual fee works better for you? Are you able to use the credits offered on the card to bring down the annual fee? Do you need the additional multipliers, either higher on groceries and dining, or 3x back in more categories? Does the point system work for your travel needs and redemption preferences? And does the trifecta setup work for you? I think once you ask yourself those questions and answer to the best of your ability, you'll be able to decide which card works best for you. I would love to hear from you. Which card do you prefer? Or do you have both of these cards? Comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in supporting the channel, consider using my referral links for your next credit card. It's an easy way to support me and the videos I make on this channel. If you like this video, let me know by hitting that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to see all future videos as they come out. I'll see you next time.